Hey guys, how you doing? It's Friday, the end of October, and I told you guys last week that I'd take some time this week and sit down and talk about and give you guys a video, and so I'm gonna do that. I thought I was gonna get there sooner than Friday, but you know, things happen. So here we are. It's going to be one of those full disclosure, transparency kind of videos. It'll be a lot of me talking and just walking around and showing you guys stuff. So just, you know, fair warning, if that's not what you're into and you're looking for car stuff, it's not going to be one of those videos. It's going to be more of a, hey, how's it going kind of a video. So appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to go over quite a few things, the shop, the projects, community, my personal stuff, and we'll just kind of see how the video rolls. So we've been back at the house shop now since, let's call it June, and it's taken me quite a bit longer to get the facility reset and moved around and go through everything that I've had to go through here at the house to get back to what I would consider normal production. This is where we all started, and so it's a place that I'm going to be very comfortable in, and I'm going to be able to, you know, still do some good work for you guys and still be able to do some consistent production. But again, it's just flat taken me a lot longer to get there than what I thought was going to take me. Kind of rewinding a little bit back to when we finished out in Salem, when we got out of the Salem shop and kind of settled in at the house. As we kind of settled in and we're done with our responsibilities with, you know, the events being Trophy Challenge and, you know, getting out of the shop and getting all the projects taken care of, we flat just kind of hit us like a ton of bricks, how much we had been pushing ourselves physically and mentally and just in an all-around general aspect. And you know, you do what you got to do, and there's an aspect of a body in motion tends to stay in motion, and that's kind of the cycle that I was in and Tessa was in. And then once, like I said, the responsibilities were done and we could actually park it for a second and evaluate where we were at and reflect, the repercussions of all that physically and mentally really started to set in here over the last few months. So that's part of what's taken us so long to get back. For those of you who've been around and been following, I'm sure you understand. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to have a space to do this. And after the time that I've taken to reflect and recover and recuperate and heal, this is still what I want to do, and I still got to drive and an initiative to do it for you guys, and I'm really excited about the projects list that are coming up. So I'm on the cusp of really getting back to normal. It's going to be, you know, like we talked about before, I won't be able to do as much production. I won't be able to handle as much cars as I've been handling over the last couple of years because I have a smaller shop. So it's just going to take some patience from you guys on your part. And you know, like you guys have stuck with me, I want to do a solid and stick with you guys and try to get, you know, my how do I say this, the people that I've signed on with, I still want to try and take care of you as much as I can, but I know that it's going to be a little bit longer of a wait. So, you know, you work with me, I'll work with you, kind of a deal. In the shop, I kind of been walking in circles. You can probably see the background, so I'll walk you around real quick. My mission right now is to get the stinking heat hooked up. That was the last thing that I needed to do for setup. So I got the new furnace put up, and I got all my explosion proof wiring done. You know, I'm trying to wire it correctly. So I got the explosion proof wiring and thermostat wiring's all done. And then I got to get back in the storage area this afternoon and get the gas plumbed. But I got to shut the gas off to the whole house and then relight all the appliances when I'm done. So it's kind of an ordeal to get there. And because of it, you can kind of see that space is kind of tight here in the shop. So I got to get that taken care of, and then we'll rearrange and clean all this mess up and get back onto the Buick. We'll talk about the Buick here in just a minute, but I wanted to finish walking you guys around and kind of showing you what I've done and what I've been doing. So here's outside. So I really wanted to get the backyard space cleaned up and the parking spots cleaned up in front of the slab so that we've got some good space to work, and maybe we can do a couple of community events and that kind of thing. I've been able to put together some of my personal projects and kind of get back to a ground zero as far as my rigs are concerned. Well, yeah, we're pretty well cleaned up on the property. I got you know, my 2 project vehicles back here. The Nova will be one of the next ones I work on personally, and then there's my dad and my son's project for later on. That's the family project. That's on the way back burner. Down the strip, so most of you guys know that the shop's at the house now. So when you come to the house, you'll come down the alley and the shop's out behind the house. I'm on the main road town. I'm not going to disclose the address until I need to, but most of you guys know where I'm at. So it's kind of loud here, and I do have an airport here in town, so planes, trains, and automobiles. I've got planes flying over the house, I got trains running through town, and then I got the main road out here. But shop truck trailer, we're good on that. Pine tree just stays up on her perch until she's ready to go, and then we try to keep this cleaned out. I got my extra engines and my welding table and some of the parts and wheels and tires and stuff back here. This is my grandfather's pickup. That is a pickup me and my brother learned how to drive in, so she's hanging out. But anyway, that's kind of what the property looks like and what the shop looks like inside and out. And I just wanted to show you that I have been doing work and trying to get ready for you guys, so that way I can do a couple of, you know, detail jobs, or, you know, roll you in, roll you out. I was able to work on the El Camino here and put some steering and stuff on that here last month or a couple months ago, whatever. And, you know, I'll be able to do some miscellaneous, I think, for you at the same time as I'm kind of working on these big projects. So when it comes to the projects like the Buick, for example, we're really close on the Buick, actually, and I was able to do some really good work here. About 6 weeks ago, or 6 weeks ago or so, I stopped kind of working on this, and I'll tell you guys why here in a little bit. But as you can see, I've got it all fully encapsulated, fully primed. It's been blocked twice. I've done pretty much all the body work. The fenders just need kissed with some body work and re-primed, but all the other panels are ready to go. So I just got to finish blocking these spot putty spots, put another coat of primer on it, hit some dents. I am going to be waiting for the sail panel and package tray, which is fine because I've got some engine compartment assembly that I can do, and then I'll also be able to hang the fenders and maybe even jam the front end under hood, door jams, under the trunk. Can probably do that, and then we can put the car back together, finish the AC, get it running again. We can start putting interior in it. Some of the interior, like the carpet and the seats and that kind of thing, can start going back in it. We'll be close on all that. So I can do all that stuff while this metal is coming in, and then when the metal comes in, that'll only take me, you know, a day to throw that back together because it's all treated, ready, straightened, good to go. So I'm trying to put together the future projects list. As you guys know, because of how up in the air everything went here the last few months, I'm not really sure exactly where everybody fits on the production schedule. The last kind of video that I did like this, I told you guys that I wasn't sure how many people were going to stick with me and where I was going to kind of land, and that was kind of everybody stuck with me. I love you guys so much. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I can't really put it to words, but so because most everybody has stuck with me and has been in contact with me, and also at the same time I've still got projective and prospective clients that have been calling me and wanting me to do work, it's really tough on me and really hard for me right now to know just exactly where everybody fits in sequential order. And I know that I've been trying to work towards that for many months and many moons, but from Dallas to Salem to back to here is what it is. And like I said, I'm going to do my best for you guys, and so that's where that is. I'm going to be putting that list kind of together and reaching out to each person. I don't really want to get any deeper than 4 or 5, and then we'll see where we can fit in maybe miscellaneous stuff. I've also got to get back out here, and once the heater's done and the shop's cleaned up, and put some consistent hours in. And I've been unable to do that. I said that I stopped working on this thing about 6 weeks ago. I had some health problems go down right after, well, right about the time that my kids went back to school, so right 1st of September or so. I got poison oak. I got a tree farm property out yonder, and we went out to do some work on it, and you know, I've been an Oregonian my whole life, and I trudged through the forest like a dumb kid all the time and never since I was a little kid, I never really got poison oak or had to worry about it. So I half-assed thought that I was immune to the shit because I never got it before. Well, no, I got it like us old school people got like chicken pox back in the day. Like it went everywhere and it was debilitating. And it lasted the better portion of 6 weeks. My kids, like I said, went back to school. So as soon as I got off of the edge of having poison oak, the sickness all ran through my house. My dad lives with us, so we got grandpa here, we got the little ones, and we got mom and dad, and it just ran through all of us. So I'm still just getting out of that. And so it's just kind of been getting kicked in the teeth every couple of months, every month or so, just trying to get back to good mental health and physical health and the kids back and all that good stuff. So that's kind of what's prevented me from having my hands on projects and why you haven't seen a lot of updates and a lot of pictures coming out, because I did a big batch of work and I got it to this point, and then I just got flat sick as a dog. So anyway, I'll stop telling you about all that. So that's kind of where we were at. But actually, before I talk about that, I'll go back up a little bit. You guys are curious about the facility. What the wife and I have pretty much decided that we're copacetic and comfortable and okay with being at the house. I still commit to you guys to doing as top quality work as I know how to do. And from what I've seen out there and the feedback and responses that I've got about the work, I think it's where it needs to be for the industry. And you guys have supported me and have really shown me that it doesn't really matter where I'm at. You guys really just want me to do the work and want me to be taken care of. And just as much as I think that you guys deserve a happy life, you guys have shown me that it's kind of time for me to have a happy life too. And so I'm going to try and do that here, and the best way that I can do it with the market and the economy and my personal situation the way it is for me to just settle in here and get comfortable back at the place that I've always called home and where we all started at. And that's fine. You guys have, there's not been a single car that I've done that you guys have seen that hasn't been painted here. The last one I did was the El Camino, and it sat right there when I painted it. So nothing's really changed as far as that aspect goes. We're just in a smaller shop at the house again. When and if my numbers are okay again, and I've kind of settled in with my projects list, I might even be able to put on a helper at some point once everything kind of gets settled in and lined out. If and when that time comes, then maybe we might think about moving to another slot. But right now the reality is that I think that we're just gonna make the goal to try to purchase a place, and that way we control our own destiny going forward. It's been a tough road putting my everything in somebody else's basket and then having them want to turn the basket upside down on me for reasons I can't understand. So that's our goal. Is we're gonna try and stay here and try and do as much as we can for you guys. We're not gonna rush and talk about green grass and blue sky and put ourselves in these let's grow and get big kind of a thing. We're just gonna do what we can do. And so if you guys want to stick with me, I'll stick with you, and we'll roll. One of the last things, I think I maybe have 2 more things to talk about. So I'm going to talk about community, and then I'll run you guys around and show you my personal projects before we wrap up the video. Community, as you guys know, community is a big deal for me and my family. This is a lifestyle for us, and we've always had an attached automotive enthusiast community. Some people think that we're a 4x4 group. Some people think we're a car group. Some people, to each their own when it comes to that. But what I enjoy about what we do is the diversity of it. We can do 4x4 stuff. We can do car stuff. We can do show stuff. We can volunteer. We can respond to situations, health or first responder type situations where people need aid and that kind of a thing. You guys just we've done so much work like that. So, but we're in a low. Pretty much every group that I've talked to since COVID, it's the 4-letter word. But since COVID, it's really just killed the group activities for everybody, and I think mental health is a part of it. But I think just getting back in the saddle, so they say, is really a big part of it. So I'm really going to be working towards getting back in the saddle for you guys and trying to put some events out there that'll bring us back together so that we can, you know, get reacquainted with each other and each other's families and start to teach the young ones. I mean, I got an 8-year-old that was in kindergarten during COVID, and she really just needs to be around people and needs to be taught and just needs to get some wisdom stuffed in her head. And I think that a lot of us are in that boat, and so I'm really going to try to, you know, lead by example and get some stuff set up for us, whether it be one of the things that we do, you know, 4x4 car, whatever. I'm just going to try and keep us going. The other thing I'm looking forward to in that aspect is, you know, talking about reconnecting, is I like to reconnect with some people that really want to be a part of what I got going on. I know that I've been a kind of a locally here an inspirational figure when it comes to some of the automotive marketing and events and that kind of a thing, and I can see cause and effect, and I enjoy that, and in fact I enjoy the networking, and I enjoy seeing other people's growth, seeing my growth, not having to measure wizard sticks about it, and just mutually beneficial time and mutually beneficial people. And the more of those people that want to kind of go along with us, and the more I can hold it tighter to the chest, I kind of want to make a commitment to that, and also, you know, reciprocate that back to people. So, you know, I'm looking forward to you guys getting involved. If there's anything I can do differently, or if, you know, positive, negative, whatever the case may be feedback when it comes to the community, by all means reach out to me. I'm getting a little bit more time. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable here at the house, so I'd love to sit down and chat with any of you guys at any point in time. I'm not one of those internet figures that's gonna shine you on or delete your message if you send me a PM. Like, I'll read it and I'll talk to you guys, and I got no problem hooking up with you for whatever reason. So I just, you know, come on out. Looking forward to seeing you guys, and I just appreciate the hell out of what we've been able to do and what we've been through in the last 5 years or so. Personal projects, I guess, is the last thing I said I was going to talk about. One of the things I said in, I don't remember what video it was, sometime I said some stuff to you guys, one of those times. It was like, I can't really help many other people out until I get to a point where I can help myself. And so that's been part of the healing process for me too. Is just fixing my rigs up. There's the train. I'm just gonna talk over it because it's just gonna be how it is around here, guys. I'm not gonna be able to control it. So anyway, I've been able to spend some time fixing up my rigs, and in the last 4 months I've fixed more of my own junk and gotten more of my stuff straightened out than I have been able to in the last 4 years, and it feels good. I didn't have to spend a lot of money to do it. I didn't necessarily have to pull strings or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. I just needed the time and the space and the mental space, I guess, to get her done. And so there's one of them. This little Project Pine Tree. This is our 1987 Jeep Comanche long bed. We took it to Gambler 500 here 4 or 5 years ago when we first got it. It was all bone stock, and then we did a little bit of work here and there to it, and then we finally decided, because we had my Cherokee, that we wanted to kind of make a crawler build out of it. So it's got a 231 doubler in it, Dana 30 in the front with 410s over the knuckle, 7.5 inch lift, monotube shocks, TNT Y-links, custom cross members and drive lines, Chrysler 8 1/4, locker in the front, open in the back, cutting brakes, bench seat, built in the backyard in the driveway on jack stands with parts out of the spare parts bin. So there's old Project Pine Tree. I've got an opportunity to shake it down twice now and kind of re-go through the things that I found, you know, the shortcomings with it and the broken parts. Yeah, I broke some shit. But she's ready for another run, I think. So we're going to take her out and make sure she's all good to go. Shop truck's cool. Ooh, there's the BB6. There's a Prelude. Finally got the CV shafts taken care of. The rest of the oil leaks done. Got it up in the air. Fixed all the bushings. We did a power steering pump, a high pressure power steering hose. What else did we do? I don't know. We did a bunch of junk underneath there. Got it aligned and threw a stereo in it, and it seems okay-ish. Problem I'm having right now is finding time to drive all these things now that I fixed them all. So Prelude seems cool. Mothership, we took Mothership out here last weekend, and she did great. Other than the cheap steering gear I put in, or the rack and pinion that I put in, it's puking out the passenger side, so I might have to put another rack and pinion in it. But there's Mothership. The crate engine's doing great in it. It's got a 2-inch budget boost, 285s. It's a new tuner, crate motor, shock strut suspension, alignment. Yeah, we did all that right before we left Salem, and then we aligned it, and then we didn't really do anything else with it until last month or so. And so yeah, we've been using it. She's a great family rig. She's our Swiss Army knife. We use her for everything, camping, towing. She goes and gets groceries and gets kids with it, whatnot. So there's Red Manchee hanging out in the front yard. Red Manchee's all good. The paint's kind of showing its age now. It's 5-6 years old, and holy crap, what's going here? Oh. All right, a little better. So the paint's kind of showing its age on Red Manchee, and it's 5-6 years old now, and I've still been trying to sell it, and I don't really want to work on it anymore. It's got a weak clutch master cylinder, so it's fine in the winter time. In the summer when it gets hot, it's kind of sucky to drive. But anyway, that thing's okay. Back here in the back we got all Nova. Nova's probably going to be the next one that I'm going to try to work on a little bit. Hopefully I can get rid of Red Manchee, and then that'll let me work on this thing a little bit more. I got the transmission pulled out of it and the exhaust dumped off of it. We're going to stick a good tranny in it and fix up the exhaust first, and then we'll get in and put the top end of the engine back together. I took the carb off and the valve cover so that we could adjust it and that sort of happy jazz. But we'll put all that back together. I got a Holly Sniper for it, and it'll get a new transmission and 3-inch exhaust out the back, and it's already a disc brake car with 12 bolt and that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's the next one on my list, and like I said, hopefully Red Manchee will go away pretty soon. And I got Pine Tree done, got her rig done, got the Honda done, and she's out driving the new Subaru. So that stuff's all good and happy. Back in the mess of the shop. Ooh. I got a little bit of stuff to do before I get back at it for you guys, but I at least wanted to, touch bases, show you my face, kind of show you what I've been going through and talk about it. And I made a commitment to you guys a number of years ago to disclose myself and to be more transparent than what I know of restoration and paint shops to be. And I'm second generation, and I grew up going in and out of body shops and restoration shops, and so I try to do it different for you guys. This is about as honest as I can be. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys got questions or comments, concerns, please drop a comment for me. Make sure you hit those like buttons for me. If you're on the tubes, hit the subscribe button and the bell. That'll give you a notification. If you're on the books, just hit the like button at the top of the page, and that'll give you a notification when I either post pictures or post these update videos. I do a lot more short kind of video updates on the book platform than I do on the tube platform. But yeah, I just appreciate the hell out of you guys. Hope you guys watched till the end. If you did, much love. I'm an open door, I'm an open book. Anytime you guys want to stop by, call, shoot me a message, drop me a comment. Be sure to read them all. I listen to them all. Might take me a minute to get back to you, get back to the comment, get back to the whatevers, but I promise you, I'm reading them, I'm taking them into account, I'm thinking about you, and I'll for sure respond and talk to you soon. So anyway, much love, you guys. I'll talk to you soon. You guys take care.